The Texas legislature needs 100 members to be present in order for them to hold any votes or conduct any business. There are only 88 members of the Texas legislature that are Republican. The rest are Democrat or independent. When the Republicans called an emergency session, not to fix their infrastructure problem, but to redistrict the maps so that they can claim 5 seats from people of color, the Democrats have denied them the ability to vote. Without the Democrats present, even though they don't need the Democratic votes in order to pass the gerrymandered map that they created, they need the Democrats to actually be present in the chamber in order to even have the vote on the map. That is why the Democrats had to leave the state. Now, they've done this before, and after they did that, the Republicans passed measures that made it so they could be fined $500 per day for every day that they're gone, and they could even be arrested for not showing up for the vote. So the Democrats doing this is not without consequence. And not only that, the legislature in Texas is only a part-time legislature. They only get paid about $7,200 a year. So most of them have regular jobs that they have to work. So the fact that they are leaving and leaving for quite a while, some of them are planning up to 30 days or more, means that they had to make not only arrangements for their day jobs, but also arrangements for kids. People like John Boosie are missing their kids' first day of kindergarten. Others who were taking care of elderly family members are having to make arrangements for those family members to be taken care of. Democrats in some hotels have had to be evacuated because of boom boom threats and are now worried that their family members will be targeted. And all of this to uphold the democracy, or what democracy they have left in Texas. Many people look at Texas and they assume that Texas is just a red state. It's not. If Texas weren't so gerrymandered already, Texas would actually be blue. But if Texas were blue, the Republicans would never win another electoral college again in their existence. Texas is a stronghold for the Republican Party. Losing Texas would be the akin to losing California for the Democrats. But 40.2% of Texas is Hispanic, with only 39.8% of the population being non-Hispanic white people, with 13% of the population being black and 6% of the population being Asian. Not to say that your color automatically means that you're going to vote a certain way. However, there is a stark correlation between people of color and voting more liberally. If people were actually able to vote with non-gerrymandered maps, the Republicans in Texas would have lost ground ages ago. But the thing is, even with these gerrymandered maps that they had in place, more and more people have been coming out to vote for the Democrats. So even with the deck stacked so hard for the Republicans in Texas, they are still on razor-thin margins. So this is why Bone Spurs and that administration is pushing the Republicans in Texas to gerrymander the maps even more in order to shore up Texas for not only the midterm elections, but also the presidential election. So what the Democrats are doing right now is really important. And they are giving up a lot in order to make sure that people still have their voice. Not only are they facing threats to their lives and $500 a day, the FBI has also said that they are joining the fray to try to track down and search for them. And Ken Paxton has already filed suit to have 13 of those Democrats thrown out of their seats. Now, the special session ends on the 19th of August. However, a new session can be called at any time. So in order, realistically, for the Democrats to actually win this fight and actually stop those gerrymandered maps and stop the legislature from taking the voice of 5 districts in their favor, and they're not even hiding that that's why they want to do it. In order for the Democrats to actually win that fight, they would have to keep that fight up for the next year. But it's not like they don't have the approval of the people on this one. There was a poll asking the voters what they thought about the Republicans calling a session to redistrict the maps. And 63% of the voters who participated in that poll, including 41% of Republican voters, said that redistricting the maps right now was unnecessary. 92% of those same people who were polled said that they approve of funding for a new flood warning system. The Republicans are not on the right side of history on this. The Democrats, as usual, are on the right side of history on this. And this is the fight that we want to see. This is the time when we need to support the Democrats and their actions. This is the time where we need to give those Democrats their flowers, because they are doing something that is going to have lasting effects. Like, this isn't going to turn out good for them. So what can you do? Well, for one, it's costing them a lot of money and a lot of money out of pocket to make this move. Not only are they paying for hotels and things like that, they're paying for childcare in some cases, attendant care for family members in other places. Some of them are having to take off work. They have a lot of things that are going on. So they need small dollar donations. Also, you can call Governor Hot Wheels or anybody that is in the legislature in Texas that is a Republican. Call them, spam them, tell them how you're feeling about what they are doing. Tell them that you see them and you're paying attention to them. Call the Democrats. Call the offices or email the offices of the Democrats that are taking this stand and thank them for what they are doing. If you have any type of platform at all, post and repost information on why the Democrats are doing what they are doing and how people can actually help them get through this time. This fight, this gall, this gumption, this strategy that we have been asking for. Raise awareness to this situation. Now, of course, we are keeping the boot on the Bone Spurs' neck over those Epstein files. But we can do multiple things at one time, just like they can. If they're going to be scrubbing documents while also taking democracy, we can be calling both things out at the same time. So that is how you can help the Democrats. We really need to give them their flowers on this because this is a fight. They really don't have hope to win, but they are fighting anyway, which is exactly what we asked them to do.